China and Myanmar mark 75 years of diplomatic ties this month. It comes at a time when both countries face challenges of their own, from Beijing's heightened tensions with Washington to Naypyidaw struggles with an ongoing internal civil war. In fact, both countries, which share a 2,200-kilometre-long border, are not just bound by geography. They share a sense of interdependence, made more salient by this continued crisis in Myanmar. Leong Wai Kit with this report.
Sibling ties, or in Burmese, Paukpo. This is how Myanmar describes its relationship with China, an immediate neighbour which shares a 2,200-kilometre-long border. But their relationship in the last 5 years has gone through various stress tests. First, the coup in 2021. It led to anti-China sentiments among protesters who see the junta as being backed by Beijing. 2 years later, Operation 1027. Large-scale fighting between the military and a group of powerful ethnic armies. Clashes has spilled over the border, killing some of China's civilians. Beijing condemned the violence and urged Naypyidaw to protect Chinese people and projects. And the latest? Scam syndicates in Myanmar which involve and affect large numbers of Chinese citizens. But just how much have these events impacted their bond?
Bilateral ties, regardless of speed bumps or stress tests or major political events, bilateral ties between countries look to continuity and to keeping communication channels open. So I think in this kind of context, Beijing and Naypyidaw, I would say, have not really deviated from that.
China often views its ties with Myanmar with self-interests. It has economic and investment projects there, including the Belt and Road Initiative. Peace and stability in Myanmar are therefore vital to China. Following Operation 1027, China stepped up and played peacemaker. It facilitated various ceasefires among the warring factions in Myanmar.
China is not like the China like Myanmar used to engage in 1990s. They are now the global power. So they are now thinking like a global power. Rather than supporting to the administration or regime, they were trying to link with the existing idea of global development initiative and the global security initiative. So Myanmar will be one of the first early test case for China's peace mediation and the development pattern.
One of those developments is supporting Myanmar in holding elections at the end of the year. Beijing has pledged technical support and aid for the polls. Beyond that,
during the election, they will simply observe and they were trying to supporting the central administration for the peaceful transition of power and probably trying to de-escalate on the areas they have influence on the northern Myanmar.
The Myanmar army has often seen elections as a way out of its crisis. In 2010, the junta also held elections. That paved the way for a civilian president, Thein Sein, who later rolled out several reforms in Myanmar. But the current junta's planned pose isn't quite the same.
There are differences, there are nuances. Will there be a Thein Sein 2.0? Now that's very unclear and murky in the current circumstances. The other nuance, of course, is that all through the years of the past military regime, the restrictions placed on Aung San Suu Kyi was house arrest.
The Myanmar army sees its current crisis as a domestic issue, but it's one that has regional implications. And though largely shunned by the world, there are friendly parties engaging with the Myanmar military. ASEAN, under the leadership of Malaysia, is now less harsh on the junta. Naypyidaw can also count on allies like Russia and China. But these allies can only do that much. The way forward, as observers would agree, can only be charted by Myanmar alone. Leong Wai Kit, CNA.